Hello friends, this is Nikita. In this video I am discussing about performance prism model. So let's start without wasting any time. Performance prism. Performance prism is basically an approach to performance management to meet the requirements of all the stakeholders, proposed by Andy Neely and Chris Adams. So, performance prism is basically a second generation management framework model. Management framework model. What about the first generation? It will be the balance scorecard, and second one is performance pyramid. Generally, when we see the second generation, we'll think about laptops, computers, and all. In terms of computers, you will have first generation, second generation. So, at the same time, you will have management framework model, you will have first generation and as well as second generation. First generation, you will have balance scorecard, and second generation, you will have performance prism model, right? So, what is the requirement to introduce the performance prism model when you already have first generation balance scorecard and performance pyramid? As per the Chris Adams and Andy Neely, performance prism model has extra additions. There are a lot of drawbacks in the balance scorecard and performance pyramid model, so that's why the prism model has been introduced. What are those drawbacks? What are the reasons? The first reason is balance scorecard and performance pyramid, it concentrates on only few customers and few shareholders. It is not concentrating on all the stakeholders like transporters, investors. There will be government requirements, communities, suppliers, intermediaries. You need to concentrate on different parts, different areas of the organization rather than just customers and stakeholders, shareholders. So this is one of the drawback. Second drawback is there are a lot of strategies, process and capabilities which is ignored by this balance scorecard and performance pyramid model. So that's why there must be a proper strategies, process and capabilities in the organization to work perform in a long term success. This is second drawback. And the third one is the link between these three: strategies, process and capabilities. There must be proper right process to get the right strategies, right capabilities. There must be proper link between these three. So because of these three drawbacks, the second generation performance prism model has been introduced, and that is the need of the hour in the organization. First one is balance scorecard and performance pyramid will concentrate only on customers and shareholders. So that's why to concentrate on all the stakeholders, performance prism model has been developed. Second is there must be proper strategies, process and capabilities. And the third is there must be a proper link, which is ignored in the first generation management framework model. Let's look the facets of this performance prism model. Whenever you see this performance prism, it is designed to be a very flexible tool, right? Flexible tool. Whenever the light is entering into this prism, it is moving into different directions. It is moving into the different directions. It is refracted, right? That means what? Prism is showing the hidden complexity of a white light. When a white light is coming, it is showing the hidden complexity in moving in different directions. So that's why, as per the Neely and Adams, performance prism is showing the true complexity of performance measurement and management in the organization. Whenever this white light is moving, it is moving into different directions, right? That means what? It is moving, having a different sides. That's why we will call it as facets of performance prism model, not sides of performance prism model, right? You will have a different facets. Let's see: stakeholder satisfaction, strategies, process, capabilities and stakeholder contribution. These are the 5 facets of performance prism model. First one is stakeholders satisfaction. The organization need to focus on who are the stakeholders and what are the needs of the stakeholders. First of all, who are the stakeholders? Who are the stakeholders? First one, employees. Employees basically hold the most influential part of the organization, right? So that's why organization has to keep them happy, because if the employees are affected, that is creating a lot of impact on the financial performance of the organization. So it is holding the most influential part, so organization must keep them happy by introducing skills, giving a decent remuneration, as well as promotions, non-monetary public recognitions, commissions, everything. That is the needs and wants of the stakeholders of the employees. Okay, second one is investors. Yes, investors also want what they want a good returns. Either maybe a debt investors or equity investors, they want a good return in the form of capital gain. Then the third is intermediaries. Intermediaries means what? It may be a transporters. They also want to grow with the company, they also want to have a long term contract with the company, right? Then government, they also want that organization must follow the compliances, they have to pay the taxes in time. Communities, they also want the organization to hire their new employees, right? And what about the customers? Customers also have a lot of needs and wants, right? Whenever you are going to go for ordering in Amazon any 100 cookies or any cakes, you need it fast delivery, right things, good quality, very cheap cost, you want to get everything. That is also needs of the customers. So company has to focus on the stakeholders. Even you will see suppliers, even suppliers relationship has to be profitable, they also want to grow, right? So these are the needs of the stakeholders, different stakeholders, employees, investors. So organization has to focus on these stakeholders and needs and requirements, right? Performance prism model is stakeholders contribution. Stakeholder contribution, first is investors. It further takes into account what contribution does the management needs from the stakeholders. What contribution do you have to get from the investors? Investors has to invest capital for growth of the company, as well as they must be willing to take risk. There must be willingness to take risk. What about the employees? Employees must be flexible with the work hours of the organization. They need to get more skills, right? What about the regulators? Government, they has to have a better understanding of the business sector, they has to ability to cross the borders, have a diversified distribution of products and services. There must be lack of bureaucracies and proper working relationships. These are all the contributions management needs from the stakeholders, right? Facet of performance prism model is strategy. What are the strategies that is required so that you can able to fulfill the customer stakeholders wants and needs? How you know that strategies has to be implemented? So to show how well strategies are implemented, you need to identify strategies first must be properly communicated. It must be clearly communicated what are its objectives, what is the strategy. Managers has to properly implement it. It's not like managers are generally not just implement it and they don't have any commitment. There must be proper commitment, proper implementation of the strategies, and whatever the strategies are implemented, that must be appropriate. It should be realistic, it should be achievable, right? It should not be like unrealistic. They have given a lot of strategies and they are not having any commitment, so it's going to be utter waste, right? So there must be a proper strategy, proper implementation, proper communication, and proper commitment. Then only the strategies will be implemented, right? Process, what are the necessary process for satisfying the above strategies? For example, there is a company and it's getting the customer order about 100 cookies. How the company is going to fulfill this demand, fulfilling the demand, how it is getting the raw materials from the suppliers, how it is developing the products and services, how it is going to plan and manage these enterprises, how it's going to distribute it to the customers. So all this is a process, right? So these are the necessary process that is required to satisfy the strategies. Next is capabilities. What capabilities does the organization needed for operating and enhancing the process? Capabilities means people. There must be proper people, employees, they must be properly skilled. Technology, proper technology, upgraded software should be there. Proper infrastructure to, to manage this both people and technology. And this must enable a process to work. There must be proper people, technology, infrastructure. These are the capabilities of the organization, and this will enable a process to work. It should enable the process to work. It should not discontinue the process. It should enable, right? There must be a right capabilities of the organization to deliver a right process along with a right strategy for the full long term success of the organization. You can consider an example. There is an electronic business company. Customer is ordering to the electronic business company 100 hardware parts for any ship or in the terms of cargo or something. How this electronic business company is going to handle the customer order, how it is going to plan this to deliver it properly to the customer, how it is going to procure from the suppliers, how it is going to manufacture, how it is going to distribute. There must be a proper returns from the customer, right? And there must be a proper credit management services. So there must be a proper link between these capabilities. There must be a proper strategy. There must be proper process using the people, technology, and infrastructure, which is the capability to achieve the long-term success of the organization. So this is the fifth facet of the performance prism model. The performance prism model comprehensiveness, stakeholder satisfaction, stakeholder contribution, process, strategies, and capabilities. There must be proper link between these three. Right capabilities will give right process and with the help of right strategies. The performance prism allows the organization to develop strategies, business process, and measure to get to specific needs of the important organization group by taking a broad stakeholder perspective that include the regulators and business communities. PP enables an organization to move more directly, address the risk and opportunities. Using the PP to develop measures for each relevant stakeholder, facilitate the communication and implementation of strategy. यानी कि परफॉर्मेंस प्रिज्म मॉडल जो है वो आके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को अलो करती है कि जो भी स्ट्रैटेजीज है, बिजनेस प्रोसेस है, सारी चीज़ों को लिंकअप होना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है ताकि ये सारे रेगुलेटर्स बिजनेस कम्युनिटीज़ के लिए ब्रॉडर रेंज में उनको हेल्पफुल हो सके. सो इन दिस वे we have identified the needs of wider range of stakeholders, what they need, how we are going to satisfy them, how the stakeholders are contributing, how the organization is adapting the strategies using the capabilities and process, people, technology, infrastructure. So this is the performance prism model. Hope you understood the concept. If you like it, if you feel helpful, please share to others and subscribe and press the bell icon to get more updated videos from my side. So that's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.